All right.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I want to welcome you all to another edition of our Bella Entrepreneurs Zoomcast interview. Thank you for joining us. My name is Rosio Flores, and I am the founder of Bella Entrepreneurs. And I'm really thrilled to have here with us today my tocaya, actually, Rosio with an S, who's here and is the owner and founder of Mexipoder. So we're really excited to have you here, Rosio. Thank you so much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you for having me. Hi,
And
everyone.
we are going to get to know her throughout this interview, but we definitely want this to be a conversation and we want to get to know a little bit more about you, Rocio. And if I pause before I say Rocio, it's just because I'm like to say my name, Rocio.
Same, same.
But it's okay. We have the same name. We're super cool like that. So
Yes, yes.
all right, so we're going to get started. We want to know about you and about your journey as an entrepreneur. And so we'll start off just if you could just tell us a little bit about you. So, who is Rocio and what is Mexipoder? So, tell us a little bit about the business itself, maybe how you thought of the name. I'm always fascinated by how kind of the name came to be. And start us off with telling us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, my name, as you said, is Rosio, but con ese, Rosio Villagrana, and I am the founder of Mexipoder. The way it started actually was just out the blues, kind of, which is kind of how a lot of women that I know and I've met have started their own business during this pandemic. We had started doing face masks with my sister, Ana Laura. She had a lot of fabric, African fabric that she had brought back from Ghana. And we started doing that, and it was going well. And I had an idea and I'm like, there's a lot of shortage of face masks, I said, well, I'm Mexican, we're Mexican, why not introduce some Mexican inspired face masks? And my sister was like, I think that's a great idea. But even then I was like hesitant, I was just like, should I not? And, and that's just been my struggle, like my whole life, being scared to take that leap, being scared to do something new, and she's like, you know what, just go for it. And I'm like, yeah. And I still took like a few days like thinking about it. I told my mom, well, what do you think? She's like, well, whatever. She's like, I'm up for it, My mom's like, a mí no me asustas, that's going to be more work for me, it's fine, So because she's the one that makes the face mask. And so yeah, I don't know what else.
And so Mexipoder, the name, so it came from being Mexican. You said you thought like this is the name that we want for the business.
Yeah, so I was like, what? Let's be creative, something short but catchy. So I said, Mexican. I can do this, not I can't do this.
Yes.
And can translated means in Spanish means poder,
Oh
which
yeah.
is you can, and it also means power. So Mexican power.
Yeah.
So and I always loved like the Mexican coat of arms. I just felt like it's so much detail, so beautiful. So I said, say no more. Like I said, it was during the pandemic, so we're doing face masks as we started. So I had to be quick with it. I started the Instagram page and started posting, and I didn't even have a logo. I didn't even have business cards, but I was like, you know what, my time is now, and let's go. Let me sail through this journey. So
Really great. I love that. And I love kind of the power and the purpose behind the name and
yeah.
how that seems to really drive your business, but also tells a lot about who you are and your determination to do something to meet the need and to also, show your kind of talent and your love for community and what you want to see out there. So that's really great. So I think to understand more of your journey, I think it's important to sometimes go way back into kind of our childhood, and so we want to learn a little bit more about like what was it like being a kid growing up? What did you experience in your childhood? And just curious if there's any connection to when you were younger and maybe this aspiration to start a business. Anybody in your family maybe own a business, or like what your thoughts around entrepreneurship were even growing up, if you even knew kind of what that was, or so just tell us a little bit holistically about how it was growing up.
Well, so no, actually, I didn't know anyone or no one in my family owned a business. I always thought of owning a business just meant having a lot of money or invest a lot of money, and growing up, I don't want to say I was poor, because I wasn't, but it was just never a thought in my head like, oh, I'm gonna own a business one day or take that leap. But like I said, it pretty much just started as a midst of the pandemic. But yikes,
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. No, it's I think it's important just to kind of talk a little bit about it because even your kind of your curiosity or your resilience as a kid, I think really shapes who we are as adults. And so it's not easy to open up a business or to get started. Like you said, you felt like, you wanted to meet a need at the same time you wanted to empower others with the culture that you're proud of, Mexican culture,
Yes.
and you fuse the two together. But it's not easy to do that, and not everybody takes that leap. So, I think that it's something that really developed over time as you were growing up, even though you might have not have said, like, I'm going to start a business when I'm older. But your like the characteristics and the traits that you bring to the business, I know kind of came through as you were growing, as a child, kind of into adulthood. So always curious just to hear a little bit more about that journey with you. But if you had to kind of describe your purpose and the mission of your business, like right now, if you were to say, like, if well, I had to sum it up in, a couple sentences, the purpose and mission of my business today is, and how would you
So
fill the blank?
I would say today would be just for that, to like break cycles, to start something new. Like I said, growing up, well, I'm a little sister, right? So my sister Ana Laura, she's 6 years older than me, and growing up, she was like a second mother to me. So she always said, you have a only child syndrome, meaning like always catered to or spoiled. And like I said, it's been a blessing and a curse at the same time for the same reason, because I was always catered to pretty much. And taking that leap to start a new business by myself was like, oh, what am I doing? But knowing that I had my mom and my sister and my brother-in-law support, and my family and friends, it made it a lot easier. So I would say just my mission today is that I was scared, I was frightened to even the thought of having a business, but I said, you know what, I love it, and as long as I love what I do and it shows and it represents who I am as a person, then I think I'll do great. And if it doesn't, well, at least I tried.
Yeah. And I think it does resonate. I'm a fan of the masks. I see, your posts and your pictures and kind of the different designs. And I think, even fashion, whether it be something now like the face mask that's
Yeah.
different for us, or clothes, it's like it represents who we are. We like to show people that symbolism of what we value or what we're proud of. And so I think through your products, you do that so well,
Mhm.
and that's why I think so many people are wanting to purchase and just really excited about it. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like how you grow, how you continue to expand the business. And definitely face masks in itself aren't going away anytime soon, I don't think. And so
Yeah.
it's something
I
that
I get a lot of people saying that, well, they're gonna remove the mask, and I'm like, I don't know about you, but I'm vaccinated, but I'm not quite ready. There's a lot of people out there that are still not taking care of themselves. But yeah, so we're writing with the face mask. I have so many different designs. My mom's like, I thought you were gonna buy any more fabric, and I'm like, but this one is so cute, and that's just how it goes. And then from face masks, scrunchies and accessories, and we're just and a lot of the requests actually are from my customers. Oh, are you gonna make this? Are you gonna make that?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that makes me feel good, because that makes me feel like I'm giving what the people want.
yeah.
And so yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. Yeah. And there's so much room for growth. Like you said, that was going to be one of my questions, follow up to ask, like, expanding to other products or other things. And it sounds like you are, and that's really exciting because that definitely it expands your opportunity and not just limit you to one thing, but now you're looking to meet more needs because these requests are coming from, like you said, the customers, your followers, and so that's really exciting. Um,
Yeah.
so kind of flipping the switch a little bit in terms of like, the purpose and mission, but I think as a entrepreneur and specifically we think about like Latinas and women of color kind of in our society, in our country, there's a lot of struggles that business owners face. And I think being sometimes a woman, it's, there's like additional barriers that exist,
Right.
unfortunately. And so, what are some of the struggles that you feel comfortable sharing about either a struggle or a challenge that you faced, maybe starting the business or that you currently facing? That you're working on overcoming, or maybe a challenge you had that you did overcome. Like how did you do that? So speak to maybe a challenge you have.
I would say like the support, you know, it comes down to the support and your circle. Um, I've said it that I've been blessed to meet a lot of new women in this journey that have opened doors to me and my business to expand, to grow. I've done pop-ups, never in a million years did I think, oh, I'm gonna be, participating in events to sell my product. And and I feel like, yeah, like it's definitely the support. It comes down to the support, and people don't understand how important it is to tag, to like, to share, to comment, to engage in everything, because maybe you don't want the product, or maybe you had enough of it or whatnot, but someone else out there that follows you can share or can like, and that's just how we keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my main struggle, that not having sometimes the support from people who you would love to have it from, but hey, that's life. And as like I said, as long as you love what you do, you won't have a problem.
That's awesome. Well,
Mhm.
what advice, and maybe it's piggybacking off of that example you just gave, but what is some advice you would give to Latina entrepreneurs that are on the rise, like those that are like, tengo las ganas de empezar algo, like maybe there's something
Right.
that I can start up, and like what advice would you give to those women that are thinking about it right now that might be listening to this interview? Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I would definitely say to do something that you really love, that you're really passionate about, and you would definitely not have a struggle. I've heard a lot of people kind of say jump on the boat or whatnot. They say, oh, so and so is doing this business, and it's working for them, and I see them getting money. But if it's not what you like, it's not going to go too well.
Mm.
And that's just the bottom line. Like I said, I love what I do. Sorry. Okay, so I love what I do. I love what I do, and I feel like everything just falls into place. Like I said, people can see the work, the hard work, and the love that I put into, or that we put into every mass. So um, it shows, and we keep getting the feedback. We can keep getting requests and orders, and it's just been so busy, even up to today. So
Great.
yeah.
So, as we kind of close our time together with this interview and wrapping up, is there anything else that you would want to share with folks that may be listening that maybe we didn't get a chance to talk about? Any last words of encouragement or wisdom? Anything that you'd like to share?
Well, just as for me, like, go out there. If you even have the thought, and it's something that you like, something that inspires you, then go for it. Even if there's some self-doubt, some self, that you lack in self-confidence or whatnot, go for it. You're always gonna have someone. If it's not your immediate circle, then you have people, you meet people like that provide this platform and this space for women to network and get together and feed off of each other, and give each other advice. So I just say go for it. Do it. Sí se puede.
Thank you, Rocio. Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing that with us. You are a powerhouse, poderosa, really inspired by you and your story, and just giving it your all, and your words of encouragement really mean a lot. And so thank you for sharing that with us. Make sure you all support Rocio and follow her at Mexipoder on Instagram. We're going to have it here on the website down below so that you can follow her and support. Thank you all for your continued support of Latina entrepreneurs everywhere. Please make sure you stay connected with us as well at Bella Entrepreneurs, and make sure you're shopping Latina Biz. We'll see you all next time, familia. See you later.
Bye.